Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carrie, and this is Book for Romance. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you have been a member of my channel before, welcome back. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you guys, so I'm so excited to tell you what I have been doing and who I have been seeing. So, yeah, I've been doing a lot lately, guys. I have to admit I've been to a couple signings. I've been to a couple conventions, but I'm only talking about one today. And I'm doing a couple in the next month and in 2023. So I'm really excited to tell you about the authors I've met and what I've been doing. So let's get into it. But first, before I do that, I really wanted to shout out really fast to what I'm reading right now, because it's so good. I have to let you guys know. I'm really reading Belladonna by Adeline Grace, and it has been so good, you guys. I mean, I've just started the book, but it's pretty much about a girl who, I guess, courts death. I guess that's a good way to put it, where she can't die. So there's been a couple times where she's attempted to die and she can't really die. And every time she attempts to die, death shows up. So I'm at the part right now where they're telling you, like, anybody who has ever been a caretaker for her has also died as well. So it's very mysterious. It's very creepy. It's perfect for like those Halloween vibes. So far so good. I'm enjoying it immensely. I'm listening to it right now on audiobook, and I'm actually doing a book club with my good friend DJ. He is with DJ Reads, which I'm going to talk about him later because he's so fabulous. But we're going to talk about this book on Friday. So hopefully I've posted this by then, but yes. So that's what I'm reading right now. But let's get into the signings I have seen and done and everything like that. So my goal this year was to meet authors, because honestly, I get so excited about these books, and also not only to meet authors, but to see my book as friends, because I feel like it's just different, like DMing people and being on chats with them than to actually seeing them in real life. So it's been really wonderful, like meeting new people and actually being a part of this bookish community. So I'm really excited. So that's why I set out to go to different events and different signings. I've learned something about my state though. It does not have a ton of signings, and I'm hoping to change that. I think one is popping up in Anaheim, which is by, I think Mel is running that. I will put something right here. I don't know a lot of logistics of it, but if it pops up, I will talk about it later in the future. So don't worry, I will not leave you hanging with that. But let's get into the signing was in my area, which it's so funny. I was saying there's no signings in my area, but if it's individual authors, I have been finding signings in my area. And the first one was for The American Roommate Experience by Elena Armez. And I was like, I have to admit, this is a new to me author, but I knew that I'm going to love it just based off of the cover. Isn't this cover so stinking cute? She did a really good job with this cover. Just to give you a quick premise of this book, it's about a romance writer who is in a writing slump right now. And she is in this apartment where, like, I guess the ceiling had like crumbled in or something. And she reaches out to a friend to say, hey, would you mind if I crashed at your apartment? Little does she know that her friend had also promised her cousin that he can stay there too. So this is kind of like a forced proximity romance, which I'm super excited about. She also wrote the Spanish Love Deception. So I think I'm going to start with that because I know these characters show up in that. In all honesty, I did end up being put on a wait list with Libby for the audiobooks to both of these. But I was really excited to get this. Something that's great about some of these book signings is that you could buy the book and then you automatically get a ticket to go to the event, which I thought is awesome. And then also the author takes the time to meet you, sign it, and I had her also personalize it as well. So I just really enjoyed meeting her. She's such a treat. And what's great too is you kind of get the premise of like where she was coming from as she was writing this book, which was really nice. And then also interviewing her was, I think it was Christina, right? It was no, it was Lauren. It was Lauren from Christina Lauren. So I got to meet her, which was great. And I had her sign my love and in other words. So that was a lot of fun. So that was the first signing I went to. And I also went with my good friend DJ. He is from DJ Reads. And I feel like he is my buddy that I go to with doing these signings. So it was so nice to meet him down here, and he is such a treasure. I'm linking his Instagram down below. He is just so much fun, and he has a lot of good recs as well. He does, I feel like, primarily read a lot of YA, but he also does a lot of other types of reading. So check him out. He's really fun, and I really enjoyed doing all the book signings with him. The next one we ended up going to, you guys, this was just like, this was a no-brainer. I bought this ticket in less than 2 seconds because it had my 2 favorite YA authors. It had, okay, I'm getting them right now. It had Mary Pearson, who was interviewing, I'm getting it right now, Stephanie Garber. I mean, this was like a no-brainer of like buying these tickets. Actually, this is the one that came out last year. Actually, no, that was the new one. I'm sorry. This is the new book that she just had come out with. This is the, if you haven't read Caravel, please fast forward this because Stephanie Garber, that was her original series to this. It is kind of like a love triangle with that. So this is the person that ended up not getting chosen for like the love triangle. So with that being said, she did kind of a duology where it was Once Upon a Broken Heart, and then she came out with The Ballad of Never After. So I'm really excited to dig into this. It's going to be really great to see what happens in this world. She's just so creative, and it was such a joy to meet her. I got to ask her some inside scoop about if she's going to write a certain something that happened at the end of finale. I'm not saying that right. I know that I'm not saying it right, but I asked her a little something. Please DM me on my Instagram if you want to know what I asked Stephanie Garber, because it was really exciting, or put it in the comments below because I don't want it to be a huge spoiler. But yes, I did ask her a little something. She said that she wasn't going to do it, but she's going to get back to it in the future. But if you have any questions about that, put it in the comments below. But then I got to meet Mary Pearson, and I figured out she lives like not that far from me. So it was so awesome to meet her, because honestly, this book has been my everything for the longest time. And again, like, we got a ticket for the Stephanie Garber book that was dropping. We bought just the book, and then they were able to sign it and personalize it again, which if these things are happening in your area, you literally, it's just the cost of the book. And then they'll sign it with whatever, and then they'll, you know, put their little things on it, which has been really sweet. But I just loved meeting her. I mean, if you don't know what Kissa Deception is, it's about a princess running from an arranged marriage, and the prince is so mad at her. He ends up going after her, and then the assassin from a neighboring country hears of this, and he's going after her too. But the interesting part about this is you don't know who the assassin is, and you don't know who the prince is. So she's running into people, and you don't know who's who, and you're just on the edge of your seats. If you needed a YA recommendation, this is it. And what's great is the trilogy's already done. So she's already written, both the trilogies are done. So then you can kind of shell those out and be done with it like that. So I did go with that. I saw a DJ there. I was running late, you know, but yes. So those are the two in my area. I will put like pictures here of like each event as I go, so you guys see them, because I feel like I'm trying to go fast. So this is not a 30-minute video, because I can keep talking forever. Okay, so that was really fun. So I did miss a signing, which I feel really bad about. I mixed up the Tuesdays, but it was, I'm going to put it right here. I wish I would have gone to this. It was Miss Lee's debut, and I was so bummed because, let's just say She was there too. She had all her friends come. Christina and Lauren was there, and I was bummed I missed it. But even though I missed it, it's okay. What's great about the bookstore, they're holding my book, and since I'm going to be there Friday, I'll pick it up, and I'm glad I get to support the author. So I'm good with that too. And then at least I'll see them in the future and be like, I read your debut. It was awesome. Actually, I don't think it's her debut, but her new release, I should say. And it was so nice to see it, and it was beautiful. So with that being said, that has been, a lot of fun finding signings in my area. But what I came on here for is the Wanderlust convention that I went to, and I had so much fun. I went with Jen from the Book Refuge. I went with Caitlin from the Love Librarian. I hope I got that right, Caitlin. Sorry, babe. And then I went with Tiffany from Tiffany Talks Pages. I will link all their descriptions in my description box below. The other people I was able to see at Wanderlust were Ava, and I was so excited to get to meet her because she's so kind and sweet and nice. I absolutely adored Ava. She is Ava Reads Romance, or Ava's Romance Reads. I'm probably going to get a couple of these wrongs. I will link everybody in the description box down below. Then I got to meet Riley Marie, and I've been watching Riley Marie for like years. So for me to get to meet her was kind of surreal. I was really excited to get to meet her, and she was a lot of fun. And then we got to meet Kate, which Kate is roommates with Ava in college, and it was so sweet to get to meet them. And it's so nice to have like a good buddy that you can always gush romances with. So Kate was adorable. And then we ran into Rachel and Melissa, and they both have YouTube channels. I will link those down below. And they were so sweet and kind. And I met Rachel actually at Book Bonanza. So this is not the first time I've seen Rachel. And then Melissa, I've done a few lives with her. So I absolutely adore them. And then I ran into Kat as well. And Kat, I've been talking to for about a year now. And Kat, she's from, I think, I want to always call her Teapot because I think it's a cup of tea book blog or something like that. So she's just so bubbly and sweet and kind. I had such a blast with those girls. Okay, you guys, this is me voicing over after the fact. It was really late at night and there's no excuse, but I forgot to mention Kiki and Pixie, who I also met at Wanderlust, and they were awesome, so fabulous, and I'm going to link their IGs down below. I am going to be collabing with certain people and maybe popping up in certain reading sprints, so look for me there. And I also am going to show you the books I got from Wanderlust. So with that being said, let me show you what I snagged. I am so excited about some of these. I'm just like, because what I did beforehand was I picked and chose. I went through every author because it was a smaller signing, so it was easier to do. And I went through every author and I picked the authors that I knew I was going to love. But before I even did that, I went and visited my favorites, okay? And let's be real, like, this is not a shock. Like, Sophie Lark is absolutely the coolest author. I don't want to, it's just, she is so bomb. Like, she is just absolutely a treasure. I love Sophie so much. I ended up reading, this is Stolen Air. This is from, I think, the Kingsman series. I have to admit, I have not read this series yet, but I picked them up with the whole Audible sale. I read the series before this. It is a mafia series. It was so good, you guys. You have to check it out. Like, I can't stress enough, if you like mafia, read the series before this, because I think this is the children. So then this is the spin-off series to that. So it's kind of like, if you want to go in order, you don't have to. You could start with Stolen Air. I've heard so many awesome things about Stolen Air, but really I'm super excited because she is writing Anastasia. Oh my gosh, you guys, she just dropped the cover art to Anastasia. I'm going to put it right here just because I'm so pumped about it, because I do like my contemporary, but I love my fantasy romance. And when she said she was doing a dark fantasy romance, I was just so excited for that, because I have to admit, like, I do dabble in dark, but it's dark fantasy, so anything goes for me, and I'm just super excited about it. So Sophie Lark is one of the coolest authors I've run across. She actually cares about the bookstagrammers and the fans, and I know a lot of authors do, but when I say she cares, she really cares, and she really cares about your opinion. So I will read anything she writes. So yeah, I picked up the rest of these on Audible for the Audible sale, and then I'm probably gonna get some hard copies too because she's so awesome, and any way I can support her, I'm gonna do that, because honestly, when you like the writing and then you also love the author, it's a done deal. I also spaced this out, but I am sticking this somewhere in there, so this doesn't really correlate with what I was talking about, but when I was mentioning Sophie Lark is super cool, she actually took us all out to dinner. So I wanted to let you guys know that. I felt so special. I might have some video of that, so I will stick it in somewhere. But yeah, we actually went to dinner with Sophie Lark. I was so excited to see her and meet her, so that was really exciting. So the next author I have to talk about is honestly Nikki Ash. And honestly, she is so cool. Oh my gosh, I love Nikki Ash so much. I walked up to her and I'm like, you're new to me. And this is the book she recommended. I love it. It's in hardcover. She saved me one of these at her table, and I was just like, thank you so much. But this is Through His Eyes, and this is a representation of, I'm gonna call it a curvy heroine, because that's what I like to be called. So this is representation of a curvy heroine, and I'm really excited to dig into this one. You know what? Let me give you a little more detail to this one, because I feel like that wasn't enough detail. Okay, you guys, I read the back to this, and literally this one sentence pretty much sums it up. She's everything I could ever want or need, but she doesn't see what I see. So it really emphasized her as a curvy heroine and not having like the self-confidence of knowing how wonderful she is. I'm getting chills just talking about it. I cannot wait to read this. I'm so excited. There's so much more of this representation. So yeah, I loved her too. She is so rockin'. Like when I say she's awesome, she is really awesome. So I really loved seeing her. So that was definitely a go for me. The next person so this is a new to me author. I'm very excited. As you can see, I kind of already started it. I'm 50 pages in, and the next one is Plain Love by Avery Kingston. And I found her, and literally this one sounded so freaking cute. I'm not done yet, so I can't tell you a rating on it, but this is Plain Love, and it's about a heroine who is flat out drunk when she gets on a plane because she is scared. She's so scared to fly. She's like terrified. This reminds me so much of my sister-in-law. Like, I love you, Brie, but that reminds me of you so much. And then the hero, who is like, oh, she's super cute, but he is in a wheelchair and he doesn't know how to tell her he's in a wheelchair because they both met on the plane. So this is really cute. This has such a cute premise, and I'm just so excited to dig into it. And I'm excited that it's, good representation. So we'll see how this one goes. And then I also got from her Hush Darling, and this also is representation of a hero who is deaf. So I guess it's the heroine is running from an abusive relationship, and she's running into, like, I guess she's running to the mountains or whatever, and then she stumbles into our hero who is deaf, and yeah, it kind of goes from there. So I'm excited to dig into this one. It sounds like it has suspense, sounds like it has intrigue, it sounds like it has really beautiful representation. So I'm really excited to dig into this one and see what it has, because I always love a scarred hero or a scarred heroine, because I just feel like it adds something to the book. So yeah, I'm excited to tell you what I think about this. So that is a new to me author. Let's see what else I got. Okay, so the next one I ended up picking up was Faye Captive by Lily Archer, and this one sounds so good. It has been on my TBR forever, and I'm so glad I got to meet her. She does have an alternate name, like a pen name, or maybe that's her real name and this is her pen name. I didn't really clarify that for her contemporary. I will put it right here for a hot second. So if you see this is the same as this person. But anyway, moving on. This is about our heroine, and she has a roommate, which parties and things like that, and she's not a big fan of her roommate, but her roommate one day ends up drugging her, and she ends up imprisoned in this alternate universe. And she wakes up imprisoned, and she sees this fake king, and the fake king is like, you are my soulmate. So that's kind of how this starts. It sounds amazing. I'm so excited to dig into this. And then it also came with an awesome, like, I love a good like fantasy map. So that's a must. And then this is one of the, if you guys can see that, this is one of the villains in the story. And I was talking to the author, and she said there might be a redemption arc for her. So I'm really excited to dig into this. She was so cool and nice. I mean, she ended up giving me an additional book. I cannot wait to review this. This is Faye Consort. I don't know anything about it, but I'm really excited to dig into it. It looks really good. And to be honest, like, I picked up a lot of these on the Audible sale because you know your girl, she is going to listen to these if she can, because I just don't have the time to physically read. So a lot of times I will put authors off if I have to physically read them than if I can have the audiobook to them, because I'm a mom of three. Like, I am doing laundry, I am doing dishes, I'm constantly cleaning up the house, and these earbuds, they are in. So I'm able to get a lot of my reading done that way. So with that being said, that is Lily Archer. So, and then her other pen name, which I space this stuff all the time. Okay, the next one I'm really excited about. I've got 4 left, you guys. Okay, next we have For the Love of a Wolf by Sunny Mawson, okay? And this one sounds really good. I saw it and I was like, yes, I have to get it. Her mother suspiciously dies, and she figures out that she is a wolf shifter. So she ends up running into this pack, and of course she's trying to figure out how to shift, and she runs into our alpha, who is, I think, trying to teach her how to shift, but is finally settling in life and not looking for a mate. So this looks really good. I thought it was cute. It gave me the paranormal vibes. We're coming into October, and I was really excited to dig into this one. And any good wolf shifter or anything like that, please put it in the comments below, because I really do love a good wolf shifter romance. So that one was that. The next one I have is Binding Echoes by Tina Saxon. And so this one was really interesting. I am so excited to get into this one. This one is about like a friends to lovers. So they've been, we were best friends at 10, lovers at 16, going to get married at 19, until she totally forgot him. So something happens where the heroine totally forgets him, they part ways, and then they reunite back together. So this is almost like a second chance romance. I'm really excited to dig into this one. I mean, it looks so good. She had another one I was really interested in, but I wanted to start with this one. I did pick up the audiobook from the Audible sale, and I'm very excited to dig into this one. It sounds so good. I mean, honestly, I came with no books. I came with no books for Wanderlust to be signed. And this is what I bought, purchased, and went home with. Okay, the next one we have is Our Last First Kiss by, I think it was Darlene Tallman. And I really liked this one. Okay, just from the cover alone, I mean, I cover buy. As you can see with the last how many books, I totally cover buy. But this is one about a girl who has kind of a messy divorce. And she ends up eating her emotions. Well, she decides after a year of that, she's had enough, and she's going to try to get healthier and just feel better about herself. She hires a personal trainer, and then this personal trainer helps her see how amazing she is. And that's kind of like the premise of this story. It sounds really cute. I mean, it's pretty much, I think it's a personal trainer, nutritionist who is highly recommended. So I think it's going to be a cute little romance between someone trying to get back on her feet and the guy who helps her get there. So I'm really excited to dig into this one. I thought it was super cute. And then the last book we have is CursedCraving by Jill Ramsauer. I'm sorry, I totally slaughtered that. Please forgive me if this is you as the author. I'm really excited to dig into this. This sounds amazing. I mean, look at this cover and look at this book. There is 4 books to this, and it just looks so pretty. I'm like, I had to pick it up. But our heroine just to give you a little snippet of it. Our heroine, I guess, it just ended up landed in a new position, and she's in this underground world of magic. And what happens is she finds out that she has some dark magic abilities that are very hard to control. So she has to turn to the Fae for help. Unfortunately for her, Lucien, who is the guard of the Fae, is pretty arrogant and he wants nothing to do with her. So that's kind of the start to this story. I'm really excited to dig into it because honestly, like I said before, I love a good fantasy romance. This sounds really amazing. It does, even though it's a 4-book series, I think it follows a different couple each book. And I'm really excited to dig into this. I'm excited for these just to be on my shelf. I mean, look at how pretty these are. I mean, and I love a good cover that, you know, is kind of like a part of the book and there's no dust jacket. I think it looks really pretty. So that is pretty much the whole haul I ended up getting, guys. Hopefully this did not turn out to be 30 minutes. I had so much fun at the signing. I mean, maybe if I could squeeze it in here, I'll show you some of what like the event hall looked like. This signing was a lot different than going to like a book bonanza or like an APolyCon because it was smaller. I was able to find smaller authors that you know what, like KU wouldn't show me, or like maybe they wouldn't be recommended. So it was so nice to go to a smaller signing just to find those newer authors that may have what I'm looking for and they just need someone to find them. So that was a lot of fun. I had so much fun with Jen, Tiffany, and Caitlin. I mean, it was so fun. We played this game, and I don't know if I could find a snippet for you, but I'm purchasing this game. But it was a romance booktube game. So it was so fun. I hope I can find a snippet for you, but we stayed up till like 2 a.m. talking, and it was so fun. So, and then here's one thing I have to mention before I go, is that my daughter really wanted me to wear this shirt. So I put it on for my first video back, and it says, ghosting you for romance books. So this is what the shirt looks like, if you guys can see it. I thought it was really cute for Halloween. I will put the link in the description below if that's something you guys are interested in. And yeah, I am so sorry it's taken me so long to put a book out. If you like what I'm doing, like everybody says, please like and subscribe, you know, I'm going to be like all the other booktubers, just like and subscribe. And if you liked anything about this video, why don't you put a heart down in the description or tag me, comment. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Talk later. Bye.